Hello world. Saw the light. I'm trying to use the sunlight outside to get this video right. But anyway, look like I can get some more lights up in here. But anyway, look, I found this article today. First of all, how you beautiful people doing? Another beautiful day in COVID world. Survive, people. Survive. Stay healthy, stay strong. But anyway, we about to get into this. So, saw this article today. Listen to this. Call of Duty Modern Warfare doesn't fit on a single 250 gigabyte SSD anymore. So in a nutshell, Call of Duty is too big. So they claim. And with the Xbox Series X, you can with the Xbox Series X, it'll let you install parts of a game. But to me that is ridiculous. That's just like this, robbing the game of its luster. When you start to reduce file sizes in games, the game loses its value. The gameplay is toned down. The environments of the game, it becomes like pale, and the quality of the game doesn't live up to what it's supposed to. But anyway, when it comes to with Call of Duty, first of all, with consoles, any console that has a USB port on it, whether it's the Xbox 360, whether it's the PlayStation 3, whether it's the Wii, whether it's the PlayStation 2, whether it's the Xbox One, PS4, any one of those consoles that have a USB connection on it, you should be able to put whatever size hard drive you want on those consoles. The console manufacturer should let you put whatever size hard drive you want on those consoles to install your games. Let's take PlayStation 3 for a minute. When the PlayStation 3 first came out, they first said that the PlayStation 3 can support up to 2 terabytes externally. Well, I got a 2 terabyte hard drive on my 2 terabyte hard drive, and I've tried it and it never worked. The max that you can go to with PlayStation 3 is like 500 gigs. Now Sony need to fix that. They should have let you, if you have a PlayStation 3, they should have let you put, say, like a 5 terabyte hard drive on a PS3 and call it a day, so we can save our games. Any console that has a USB port on it, you should be able to put whatever size hard drive on it. Now with the Xbox Series X and PS5, when it comes to these SSDs, the console manufacturers should have let you install your games, say, on a SATA hard drive that's like 10 terabytes or above, or they should have let you use a USB hard drive to install your games on and still play it and still get the same quality, but you still got the option of buying the SSD. The only difference between SSD and the SATA or USB hard drives, is the load time. That's the only difference. But for Call of Duty not to fit on a 250 gigabyte SSD, the answer to this problem is just get a bigger SSD. Period. And the prices of SSD, they need to come down, and the storage space on SSD, they need to go up, whether it's 5 terabytes, 10, 15, 20, whatever. They need to go up, because these games now are getting bigger and bigger, because you do need a powerful console to keep up with video games, so you can bring out the details in all the environments in whatever game you play. Whether it's just the raindrop just hitting the ground, one drip of raindrop just hitting the ground, like poop, and then like the dust raise up off the ground when the raindrop hits the ground. You got to bring out the details in the environments when you're making games. And video games take up a very high maintenance, very demanding, so you have to get a bigger hard drive. 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes ain't cutting it no more when it comes to video games. Like when the Xbox One first came out, I got to find out that 1 terabyte hard drives were a joke. So if you had an Xbox One, for starters, you need a 4 terabyte. Anything below 4 terabyte is ridiculous because the games on the Xbox One they get updates. You know, with the Series X, you're gonna have to go above 4. You know, just to save your games. And what Microsoft should do now, since Call of Duty is an issue, can't fit on a 2 terabyte SSD, they should give the players who are not really worried about load time the ability to install next gen games on a SATA hard drive, whether it's 5, 10, 15 terabytes, whatever. They should give the user that. You can use USB hard drives and install Xbox One games, but with the Series X, you can't. So Microsoft and Sony are going to have to let players buy USB hard drive and install the games that they want to play on them if they don't care about load time, you know, and then go from there. But I mean, you can't reduce the content in gaming, because like I said, if you reduce it, the game loses its value and its appeal. You know, if we gonna reduce content in game and all that, then we might as well go back to the Turbo Graphics, Sega Genesis, 8-bit Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and play games if they start to reduce content. But you can't do it because video games are so high maintenance, and you need a lot of power behind gaming to bring out the details and all the environments based on the game you're playing. So getting a bigger hard drive, the prices of SSDs have to come down, and getting a bigger hard drive is the answer to solve this problem. And then the console manufacturers, they need to let you have the ability to put say 2 or 3 10 terabyte hard drives on your video game consoles to install your games whenever you get them, because between the Xbox One PS4 and the Xbox Series X PS5, those systems get continuous updates. Updates are coming in for the games, and updates are coming in for the system. Updates are coming in for the apps. Updates are coming in for the network, everything. So these console manufacturers are gonna have to give players the ability to put say 2 10 terabyte hard drives on their systems, or 3 or 4, or they're gonna have to let people install next gen games on the SATA or USB hard drives. That's what they're gonna have to do, like the ones that you would get from, like, say, Western Digital or Seagate. That's what it's gonna take to solve this problem right now, because right now the price of SSDs are too high. They're up there. If I'm gonna take 200, if I'm gonna take two for a 1 terabyte SSD, it runs you about $200 and some change, right? I can take that same $200 and some change and get a 10 terabyte for about about $180, $170, $190 plus tax. You know what I'm saying? So these developers are gonna have to let the players use regular hard drives on these newer consoles for the time being to install their games. If they don't care, if the players don't care about load time that much. Me personally, load time doesn't bother me. I got used to the Xbox One load time already, so it's not a big deal for me how fast the game loads. The way the game loads on the Xbox One, for me, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. But now the question becomes, now, can you use a USB 3.0 hard drive to install your brand new Xbox Series X games and or your PS5 games if you can't afford the SSD? So that's going to be the problem right now with these consoles. But far as Call of Duty, it can't fit on a single 250 gigabyte SSD. Just get a bigger hard drive, And then those games that get continuous updates, like Elder Scrolls Online, Anthem, Destiny, Final Fantasy Online, games that get continuous updates. That means when you get those games, you know that you got to get a bigger hard drive. So getting a bigger hard drive solves this Call of Duty issue. Is it a big deal? Not really. But if you're going to reduce the file size of the game, you best believe that the quality and the gameplay is going to be also affected, and the environments are going to be infected. I mean, I'm not infected, but affected. So getting a bigger hard drive solves this problem. What I'm gonna do is put a link in the description box so you can read this article. But Call of Duty can't fit on a 250 gig SSD. Hey, games got to grow. Games got to grow. Characters got to grow. Stories got to grow. Environments got to grow. That's video games for you. Video games are high maintenance. But anyway, nice talking to you people. It's Chris. It's a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Or Dark Side. Gone. Peace.